Meralco powers the metro. It also powers businesses with Meralco Biz. With its peak off-peak solution, businesses get big savings.
From 6 to 33 ice plants in 6 years, my children will soon take over a company.
Energy savings equals best value for quality accommodations. Ang Biz, di bitin sa eng bitin.
Ano man ang business mo, may partner ka sa pag-abot ng pangarap mo.
The new Meralco bill for businesses. It's clear and packed with more information. Let's take a closer look at how it can help your business be more efficient. With the new Meralco bill for businesses, all your important payment details are now together in this sky blue section. The cool color and bigger font make for hassle-free reading. In this section, you'll find your bill demand and actual consumption. Your monthly kilowatt-hour rate is now also easier to track. And so is your load factor, which determines if you will benefit from the peak off-peak program. If you're qualified to shift to the contestable market, use your bill as proof of contestability. You now have up to 24 months of historical consumption data to help you better understand your operating cycle and plan ahead for expenses. Over here is a comparison of your consumption for the previous month versus the current month, as well as your actual demand versus your minimum billing demand, which can tell you if you're optimizing your electrical facilities. And Power Factor helps you see if you're using electricity efficiently. Keep this number above 85. You'll also know how your business consumption affects the environment, so you can explore more earth-friendly ways of doing business. At the back, you can verify what bills you've paid and what remains unpaid, and see how much your actual consumption and bill demand contribute to your total bill. With all these, you can make more informed decisions for your company. The new and improved Meralco bill for businesses, giving more power to you.
All right, hello everyone. It's only 9 days before Christmas, so let me greet you a Merry Christmas in advance. You know, guys, let me welcome you guys to Meralco Power Up Live, brought to all of us by Meralco Biz Partners Group. It's going to be a very informative afternoon for all of us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited. I'm your host. My name is Andrejko, and this afternoon we will be talking about the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act. So how Meralco can help you with compliance and its impact on your business. So thank you for joining us today. We know you are very busy. I know a lot of people are so busy, especially before Christmas, but we super appreciate that you guys made time to be here with us this afternoon. So I hope you will not only listen, but also actively participate in our engaging discussion later on in the program, as we have a lot to talk about this afternoon. And to enlighten us on today's topic, we have invited experts to join us. Our first speaker will give an overview of the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act. Director Patrick Aquino, he is the Director for Energy Utilization and Management Bureau of the Department of Energy. So thank you, sir, for joining us today. Our second speaker will share with us services and solutions that can help you comply with the law. Joining us is Ms. Cecil Marvilla, the Vice President and Head of the Energy Efficiency Group of MServe. Along the way, we shall have some questions to ask, and if you're quick enough to provide the right answer, you may even get a chance to win some prizes this afternoon. So how great is that, right? But I want to invite everybody and remind you guys that wherever you are right now or wherever you are located right now, I hope you are in a comfortable spot where your Wi-Fi signal is strong. We are broadcasting in HD quality, so you can be assured of crisp and clear sound and visuals. If the broadcast is a bit blurry from your end, we hope you can move to a place where you can get a better signal or your connection is stronger. But I guess right now we can formally start. Here to welcome all of us in this afternoon's webinar is the AVP and Head of Meralco Biz Partners Group, Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for Miss Joy Mendoza.
Thank you, Andre, and nice to see you. Good afternoon, everyone. First, I'd like to thank the Department of Energy, led by Director Patrick Aquino, for joining us today so we can learn more about the opportunities under the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act. My heartfelt thanks also to MSERV, represented by Cecil Marvilla, who will be sharing energy efficiency solutions that can help your businesses. Now, the impact of COVID-19 in our lives and the businesses has indeed been overwhelming, and we know more challenges are coming our way. We continue to assure you, our dear customers, of our support as we navigate from the new normal to a brighter future. This is the reason why we bring you today this webinar about the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act. We hope to help you understand how this law will impact your business and how we can help you comply with the help of our partners who will be presenting here today. Again, I'm Joy Mendoza, the head of Meralco Biz Partners Group, which is Meralco's dedicated segment for our business customers with power requirements from 5 to 499 kilowatts, or those with a monthly average bill of 15,000 pesos to 1.8 million pesos. Meanwhile, the other two segments are the Meralco Corporate Partners for the large enterprise and the Home and Microbiz Partners for our residential customers. And today, we look forward to sharing with you our business programs, our services and initiatives to create stronger SMEs that will power up the new normal. Meralco has a number of initiatives to grow your businesses of our customers even before the pandemic. And now, during the pandemic, we even have services that can help promote business continuity and recovery strategies for businesses that have been affected by the pandemic. Again, pleased to meet everyone. Moving on to our services under Meralco Biz Partners Group, Meralco is not just here to deliver power and collect payment for your bills. We are your end-to-end energy solutions partner that can help you at any stage or at any phase of your business. Whether you are setting up a new business, recovering from the crisis, or planning to expand, we have services and solutions that can address your needs. First among the list is the site assessment. This is for our new businesses. Inasmuch as you do site assessment in terms of location, target market, site assessment for electrical facilities is very, very essential to maximize savings. Choosing the right location for your business can result to cost efficiencies in the construction of your facility and shorter processing of your application. Closer collaboration with us in as early as the planning stage will result in very timely, safe, and hassle-free energization. You can avail of our free power consult also, so we can assess your energy requirements. We also would want to make sure that your power supply is matched with the ever-changing needs of your business via our Power Match. And some of our services still, cash flow is indeed the lifeblood of each business. That's why we have Power Consult for our business customers to maximize the savings and grow their business. For instance, if there is a need to change your business hours and operations, we can definitely recommend the peak off-peak program, where consumption during off-peak is relatively lower than during peak. However, if customers would wish to go for savings and safety interconnection, we have the net metering program for businesses that will go for solar installations. We do also offer energy efficiency solutions and technologies via our Power Ideas to help you manage your consumption. And last but not least, we leverage on the capabilities of our subsidiaries and affiliates to offer services and innovations customized to your business needs. We can also avail of solar panels, electric vehicles, fiber optic connectivity, indoor air quality solutions, and even safety and energy efficiency solutions. We've partnered with and help a lot of our business owners just like you and hope we will be able to partner with you too. These are just some of our many partners with their success stories achieved through Meralco partnership. If you want to consult with us and learn more about our services, you can visit our website, email us, or call our hotline. Everything flashed on the screen. Allow us to help you bounce back and grow your business with our Meralco Biz Partners group. I look forward to seeing you in our next succeeding webinars for next year as we try to bring more solutions for you and services that can power a brighter tomorrow for your businesses. Thank you and Merry Christmas in advance to all of you.
There you go. Thank you very much, Ma'am Joy Mendoza, for those wonderful words. Thank you for introducing us to all the solutions, how Meralco is helping all of us small businesses, try to save as much money and be very energy conscious when it comes to our consumption. All right, but before we proceed, why don't we do a quick audience check to find out your level of awareness about the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act? I guess the best way to do this is via the Menti meter. I'm sure some of you guys are all familiar with this already. So let's start it off. So may I invite everybody, please, to visit menti.com and type the code you see on your screens. You may simply scan the QR code or visit the link sent in the chat box to join. So guys, you see the code right now. I can see it as well. You scan the QR code, or type in the link sent in the chat box to join. Use the code, and I want to see who's here. I want to see your opinions. This is a way for us to check, the vibe in the room. So as soon as you're all in, all you need to do is choose your answer from the options provided to you. It's that simple, guys. No pressure. Nobody will see your name, your face. It's super easy. So guys, come on, go to menti.com and type in, check out the QR code, scan it. Then we'll see our results. So our question is for this one is, how well do you know about the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act? So you only have three options. We have a little, aware but need more info, and fully aware and ready to report. And let me see our answers so far. Wow, so a lot of people actually answered. The most answered answers we got are a little, and it's still going up. Some are saying aware but need more info. And we have a few who are saying fully aware, ready to report. As you can see, it's live right now. It's updating. So guys, if you're there, come on, do this. So we can see, it will help our presenters as well, our speakers for today, engaging, our audience and how they can help you guys when it comes to conserving your energy or electricity consumption. So we have a bit of it's a close race between A and B. So a little and aware, but need more info. About 6 people difference between a little and aware but more info. So if there are a lot of people still want to join, guys, you can still do so. It's still updating. If you just know a little about the Energy Conservation Act, well, that means you definitely have to listen to the presentations this afternoon, because whatever little information will now have added weight. We have made sure that our speakers will not just give overviews, but will spell out details that can help you along the way. So I'm sure this will help you tremendously when it comes to your businesses. Every cent counts. But if you know a little bit, still you will learn something from this. Most of what we know about technical or energy topics like this are bits and pieces. I personally know very little about this, even though I have my own business. So hopefully this will help me. But if you need a bit more info, it's okay. What's more important is that we are exposed to firsthand, accurate, and timely information that will be very helpful, especially in the way we manage power and electricity at home and in the office. But of course, those people who are fully aware of this, you will still get something from this, guys. I'm sure you guys will still learning about this, learning about the law, and how to best utilize it for your home and office. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions, so we hope to hear from you guys later on when we get to the Q&A segment in the program. But for now, let me call on our first speaker, because I'm sure you guys are all excited to hear from him for the overview of the Republic Act 11285, otherwise known as the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Director Patrick Aquino.
Good day. Let's talk about the Philippine Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act. Created by Republic Act number 7638, the Department of Energy or DOE is mandated to prepare, integrate, coordinate, supervise, and control all plans, programs, projects, and activities of the government relative to energy exploration, development, utilization, distribution, and conservation. Republic Act number 11285 or the EEC Act is the blueprint for EEC. It institutionalizes and enhances energy consumption and grants incentives to EE projects. EEC is a way of life. Our latest push is for energy ability, for energy efficiency and security. The Energy Utilization Management Bureau, or EUMB, one of the 6 bureaus of the DOE, is mandated to formulate policies, plans, and implement programs related to the promotion of alternative fuels and emerging technologies, as well as energy efficiency and conservation, to ensure sustainable energy consumption towards an energy-secured country. To date, the EEC Act is implemented through 1 Memorandum Circular, 3 Department Orders, 9 Department Circulars, 3 Resolutions, and 5 Implementing Guidelines. However, the DOE continues work on policies, regulations, and guidelines through 2022. These include the updating of the National Energy Efficiency and Conservation Plan, or NEECP, Demand-Side Management, or DSM, among others. Under the EEC Act, energy-intensive sectors in the building or commercial, industrial, and transport are classified as designated establishments based on annual energy consumption. Certain obligations attach depending on the classification. Designated establishments have annual energy consumptions of at least 100,000 kilowatt-hour equivalent. The obligations of designated establishments include the integration of energy management systems into their business operations. Certification is encouraged but not required. Designated establishments are obligated to engage the services of an Energy Conservation Officer, ECO, for Type 1, and Energy Manager, EM, for Type 2. To date, the requirement is for registration, with the certification to begin once the DOE certification processes are in place. There is also an obligation to notify the DOE of any changes in the ECO and EM within 10 working days from occurrence. The conduct of energy audits once every 3 years are also required for designated establishments. Recognized energy audits are those done by DOE-registered ESCOs or a DOE-certified energy auditor. Energy audits results are to be submitted to the DOE. EEC Forms 3 and 4 are annual submission requirements for designated establishments. The annual deadline is April 15. To facilitate the submission of reports, kindly scan the QR code for the forms or follow the website link. Additional information is also available in the DOE website. In the short term, the DOE will be ensuring compliance with MC 2020-05-001, the propagation of the National Energy Consumption Database, the development of the minimum energy performance for sectors, the implementation of fiscal incentives, and the continued recognition programs as non-fiscal incentives. For the compliance period ending April 2021, designated establishments had a total of 470 reported energy efficiency projects with total investment costs of more than 15 billion pesos that accounted for 120 million kilowatt-hour per year of energy savings. As of April 2021, the DOE has received a total of 3,387 submissions from designated establishments from the commercial, industrial, and transport sectors with total purchased electricity of 15 billion kilowatt hours. Energy Service Company or ESCO are partners in compliance with the EEC Act, offering multi-technology services for EE projects, delivering, designing, and guaranteeing energy savings and ensuring cost-effective and optimal energy performance. ESCOs can either be registered or those that meet the minimum requirements on legal and technical capacity with certificates validity is for 3 years. Another ESCO is certified or those which, in addition to meeting the minimum requirements of a registered ESCO, likewise has proven performance or results-based savings from projects and customer experience. Certified ESCOs are valid for 5 years. Flashed on the screen are the application requirements for registered ESCOs. These are the additional requirements for certified ESCOs. ESCOs are obligated to submit annual reports, provide support for coordination and monitoring for EUMB, subject themselves to independent verification, and other requirements that may be required to advance the EEC Act or EEC IRR. In line with the Sustainable Development Goal or SDG of ensuring access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy, these projects will induce consumers of energy to adopt measures to effect changes in energy consumption in a most efficient and cost-competitive manner. To date, there are 29 registered ESCOs to the DOE with total investment cost of 2.7 billion pesos. That is equivalent to 59 million kilowatt-hour per year of energy savings. EEC Act provides support for professionals engaged in energy management. First is the Certified Energy Conservation Officer or CECO that demonstrates high levels of experience, competence, proficiency, and ethical fitness in the energy management profession assigned to Type 1 designated establishments or those consuming 500,000 to 4 million kilowatt hours of energy per year. The CECO will be there for the proper management of energy and other functions deemed necessary for the efficient and judicious use of energy. Second is the Certified Energy Manager, CEM, who is a graduate of a 4-year course and obtained a certification in energy management. CEM is responsible in planning, leading, managing, coordinating, monitoring, and evaluating the implementation of Type 2 designated establishments or those with more than 4 million kilowatt-hour per year in energy consumption. Third is the Certified Energy Auditor that can either be an individual or entity certified by the DOE with proven credibility and competence to conduct energy audit. Specific functions of a CEA include implementation of the free audit phase through meeting, planning, and site survey, the audit phase through data collection, analysis, and providing the recommendations on post-audit phase. And lastly, to prepare the energy audit report. With all of the energy managers, including EEC officers and EEC focal persons under the GEMP, the DOE accounted 3,204 energy efficiency practitioners in the country. The Philippine Energy Labeling Program, PELP, is the national energy labeling program for energy-consuming products based on energy performance. The PELP seeks to enhance energy security by promoting a healthy and competitive market for energy-efficient products. It encourages the shift of consumer behavior towards the use of energy-efficient products and technologies by empowering them through the information displayed in the labels at the point of sale. Accompanying the PELP is the Minimum Energy Performance for Products or MEPP, which sets the minimum energy performance rating for energy-consuming products. MEPP aims to eliminate the entry and sale of inefficient products to the market and generate energy savings for consumers. The initial coverage of the PELP includes air conditioning units with cooling capacity of up to 50,000 kilojoules per hour, refrigerators single or two-door, either manual defrost or frost-free, televisions up to 60 inches in screen size, various lighting products, compact fluorescent lamps, LED lamps, circular types, and electromagnetic lamp ballast. All of these products should have energy labels. Energy labels are markings issued by the DOE that will showcase the efficiency of the model. The energy label design features the star rating system for preference of comparing similar products. The star rating corresponds to the energy efficiency rating. The energy label also displays the product details and estimated energy consumption upon use. A sample computation for electricity consumption is also included to enable the customer to compute the projected contribution of using the product in their household's electricity consumption. The energy label also contains a QR code which provides more details about the product. The DOE is implementing policies, plans, programs related to new and emerging technologies and alternative fuels development towards socially and environmentally responsive and effective utilization of energy resources. The DOE is implementing a long-term alternative fuels program to enhance energy supply security and contribute to climate change mitigation through the reduction of dependence of imported energy and shift to more environment-friendly alternatives, especially in the transport sector, which accounts for 35.5% of oil end use. The program aims to reduce dependence in imported fuel, contribute to energy supply security through fuel diversification, generate savings from fuel displacement, and improve air quality. Subsequent interventions are needed to attain the objectives of the changing landscape of how we act, how we think, and how we use energy. It is clearly stated in the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act that fiscal incentives play a major role in promoting investments in energy efficiency. These incentives will accelerate the capital expenditures in investments, particularly in high energy saving technologies and high-efficiency services. And it is now the turn of the Philippines to incentivize energy efficiency projects. In the Philippines, while we are still in the early stages of implementing Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act, we recognize that to accelerate needed investments, it should be incentivized. These are the simple and complex energy efficiency projects. Simple energy efficiency projects refers to those projects that involve new installation, upgrading or retrofitting of a specific equipment or devices in the system. For example, lighting retrofit, automated lighting control system or smart control system, HVAC upgrades, boiler replacement, and other similar devices or equipment within a system. Complex energy efficiency projects refers to those projects that involve new installation, retrofitting, or upgrading of system or a combination of systems. For example, cogeneration system, district cooling system, steam system from boiler to the steam load process equipment including its auxiliaries, and pumping system. It also includes demand-side management or DSM projects. These energy efficiency projects will help bring down overall demand for consumption in the grid. The resulting decrease of power demand will delay the need for investments in the power system to meet demand requirements. Specifically, it will lead into reducing greenhouse gas emissions by increasing efficiency in the generation, transmission, and distribution of electricity to achieve social and environmental goals. Lastly, it will help mitigate system emergencies by increasing system reliability by offering a set of alternatives for optimizing resources and providing flexible options for future business that results to reduce operating costs and increase cost competitiveness. The energy efficiency projects are not just projects of the Department of Energy. It is our project to help not just the environment, but also our future. Our intervention means that the next generation will continue to have a sufficient and reliable supply of energy. The objective is to have a measurable reduction of energy intensity and consumption per year. And we need you to support all the investments to energy efficiency. We aim to create an energy-efficient Philippines that cuts across economic sectors and imparts energy efficiency and conservation as a way of life of all Filipinos. With most of us working from home, may I leave you with some of the residential energy saving tips. Changing CFL bulbs to LED bulbs. Use of inverter type appliances. Use of LED television sets. Energy conservation by turning off unused lights, unplugging unused appliances, ironing on specified hours, proper maintenance of appliances. When energy efficiency and conservation are practiced at the same time, an immediate reduction in the electricity bill can be noticed. Reduction of emission of greenhouse gases. Thank you very much. This is Director Patrick Aquino of the Energy Utilization Management Bureau of the Department of Energy. Before ending, we invite you to do your part and share the message of energy efficiency in social media. We have the energy ability for energy efficiency and security.
Dumarami na ang may abilidad.
Para makatipid sa kuryente at gas.
Imbis na incandescent, LED bulb ang ilaw.
Binibiling appliances, mataas ang energy efficiency rating. Pag-auto.
Yung matipid sa gas. Nagka-carpooling ang mga magkakakilala.
Renewable energy source. Abilidad nating magkakuryente. We have the energy ability
For energy efficiency and security.
Thank you very much, Director Patrick Aquino. I'm quite sure that a lot of our viewers now have a better grasp of how this law not only lowers our utility bills, creates jobs, and saves energy, but more significantly, how it helps reduce greenhouse gas emissions and conserves the world that we live in. So, by the way, for those of you who may want a copy of this presentation, a recording of this webinar will be uploaded to the Meralco website. So don't worry, the link will be shared to all registered attendees once it's available. Also, in order to facilitate our Q&A segment later, if you have any comments or questions on our presentations, please go ahead and type them in the Q&A tab right now. So don't be shy, we'll get those questions. At this point, why don't we have a quick trivia challenge to check if you guys were paying attention to our presentation earlier, which I'm sure you guys were. So in the chat box, all you need to do is type and send in the answer to our question. But you have to do it really fast, okay? Take note, we have a special prize for whoever gets to send in the correct answer ahead of everyone. And later on, before we end, I shall announce our answers. So it's going to be super exciting. So if you guys are ready, here's our first question. What is the minimum annual consumption of a company for it to be called a designated establishment? Again, what is the minimal annual consumption of a company for it to be called a designated establishment? Type in your answer in the chat box and send it ASAP. Good luck to you guys. Come on, guys. I know you guys know this for sure. It's super easy. Our answer is, ladies and gentlemen, for this question is 100,000 kilowatt hours. So there you go. That's our answer. Hopefully you got it first, because we'll be awarding the prize to the one that gets the answer right first. At this point, may I introduce you our next speaker. To help you comply with the law, we invited the Vice President and Head of the Energy Efficiency Group of MServe to discuss their services and solutions. Let's welcome Ms. Cecil Marvilla.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Today, we will go through the different services of MServe to help you comply with the E&C Act. So are you ready to implement the E&C law in your own facility? The energy efficiency group at MServe has 3 pillars with which to help you. First is energy management, where we teach you about the law. Second is audit and advisory, where we guide you through the audit process and do the audit for you. And then after spotting opportunities for savings, we can design and build these interventions for you or the solutions for you. Let me go through each one in more detail. The first is energy management services. We have an introduction to the E&C Act, where we take you through the general provisions of the law, and we take you through the compliance requirements of the IRR to guide you in creating your reports. Then we go through an overview of the energy management framework, another requirement of the E&C Act. Lastly, we take you to phase 4, where we spot energy efficiency improvements and give you business cases with which you can get the budget to implement the project. So let's go through energy management, the program, the intro program in more detail. We first take you through proposed solutions of One Meralco and an overview of the law. And then in phase 2, we do an orientation of the management and key personnel, as well as consultancy service annual report submissions. In phase 3, we look at your gap analysis and teach you how to do it yourself and help you assess your own facility. And we have training modules on the energy management framework, development of a new framework created just for your facility, and the implementation of the same framework. And in the last phase, we go through recommendations, the specific equipment, and an operations and maintenance schedule, as well as an energy performance contract if that's what's needed. Under the second pillar, we can do audit services for your facility. There are 3 kinds. The first one is for compliance. We call it the energy audit. This is based on the ASHRAE Level 2 audit, which is required by the law. The second is an IGA, or an investment grade audit, which you will need to submit to a financing institution. This will finance your energy efficiency project. The third is mainly electrical in nature. If you have problems on reliability of your system and you have frequent power failures, we will be able to help you determine current reliability status of your facility. So some snapshots of what you can expect to see in an audit report. First is your baseline energy consumption. Next is a system summary of all the equipment within your facility and consumption records, as well as the condition of your equipment. Power factor and harmonics will also be looked at, and we will tell you the current state of your facility in terms of power factor and harmonics. And lastly, we spot energy management opportunities. Now, after the second pillar, we've already audited your facility. We are now ready to actually design and build a solution for you. This can take the form of an electrical solution, mechanical, lighting, or automation. So under electrical, we can take a look at any of these following equipment, depending on the results of your energy audit. We can implement replacement of low efficiency motors to high efficiency ones, sag correctors if there's a need for it, cap banks, and harmonic filters as well if the problem exists. On the mechanical side, this is very important because your cooling system or your mechanical system typically consumes about 60% of total building load. So the most impact will be in this category, your mechanical system. You can implement a host of solutions involving cooling. So HVAC systems, we offer any of the different items under the HVAC systems. Our go-to solution is actually an oil-free magnetic chiller, which will guarantee upwards of 20%, which will bring you very good results in your energy efficiency plan. We can also do an inverter retrofit or a heat recovery system. Lighting. Lighting consumes about 18% of total building load, so you might want to take a look at lighting as well. You can convert to LED, or if you are already fully converted to LED, you can take a look at introducing automation to actually only light areas in your facility that need it. You can employ energy-saving devices and timers as well to automate turning on and off of different lighting systems within your facility. Automation. Automation is central to any energy efficiency plan. What you cannot see, you cannot measure. So the first step is actually to visualize your data. An energy management system will be a big help to help you understand your energy consumption patterns, to help you track based on your target, and to alert you when you are breaching already your target set for the month. Or if you also want control of the different equipment within your facility, you can take a look at DMS systems. Or if you just have a chiller that you want to focus on, a chiller management system might be the solution for you. Now, if lighting is the one area of focus you want to get into, you might want to consider a lighting management system. This is the M-Serve Energy Management System. The two dashboards that you see on screen is a typical dashboard that you can see. You can choose whatever parameters you want to see on your dashboard, and you can customize it for all the different levels within your organization. So top management might just see a summary. The building engineers might see a more detailed version of the dashboard. Other snapshots of the different widgets that you can use in your dashboard. And all of these will help you achieve actual results, as we've done for a number of clients in the past. So let me go through some of them quickly. First is NLEX on the highway going north. You will see some lights there that have been fully converted to LED. They were able to enjoy annual savings of 14 million. For MDC, this is the construction arm of the Ayala Group. We are a partner for electrical services. We help them reduce their overall capex by 20% by looking at the capacity and right-sizing the facilities for the needed use within the building. For Insular, I talked about the cooling system. For Insular, we upgraded their chiller to a magnetic oil-free chiller and added automation with the CMS, giving them 60% reduction in power and 2 million pesos in savings per month. For automation, we also supplied through our partner Rustan Supercenters for 34 stores within their franchise network, and they enjoyed 2 million per month and a payback of only 23 months. For Robinson's Walls, we also did a retrofit of the chiller. This is giving them 1.1 million monthly on electrical consumption and savings. And for Magnolia, Robinson's Place Magnolia, they installed automation, they installed a CMS, giving them a lot of savings as well. Savings can also be under power quality. We can take a look at your power quality and introduce interventions there as well. For Republic Cement, we improved their power factor. And they're now enjoying 6.5 million pesos per year in annual savings. So all of these companies have already started their energy efficiency journey. So we'd like to encourage everyone here to also do the same. And if you need us, you can get in touch with us through any of the Biz Partner relationship managers or visit our website at mserve.com.ph. Thank you.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much, Miss Cecil, for that wonderful presentation. I know a lot of us learned from what she said about what MServe can offer you guys. I think it's now time to post our second trivia question for this afternoon. So if you guys were listening closely to Miss Cecil's presentation, this should be very easy to answer. Remember, just type in your answer in the chat box ASAP. So here's our second trivia question. What does EMS mean? There you go. Again, our second trivia question is, what does EMS mean? All right. Do you guys have your answers in? Go ahead and type in their answer right now. First one to send it wins a prize. So good luck to you guys. And I think everybody has sent it in. Our answer is Energy Management System. There you go. That's our answer. Energy Management System is our correct answer. Hopefully you guys got that one. And I hope you guys win the prize. And at this point, I can see our viewers already have some comments and questions directed to our presenters. Let me just call back our three presenters. Hello again to you, Miss Joy Mendoza, Director Patrick Aquino, and Miss Cecil Marvilla. All of them are now ready to reply to the comments and questions you guys have typed in. Let's begin our Q&A as I read the first question. So our first question is actually for Director Patrick Aquino. Our question is, so my company, for example, has multiple branches. Do I submit a report per branch or should I submit an aggregated report?
Yeah, thank you for the question, Andre, and for those attending this particular event. With respect to the choice on whether you're going to do it on a per branch basis or consolidate and do an enterprise submission, the DOE has been very clear under the guidance of Memorandum Circular MC 2020-05-001 and the past two advisories on the matter that would be to the sound business decision of the designated establishment. So you may opt to do it on a per branch basis or go for an enterprise submission. So I hope that clarifies things. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Director Patrick Aquino, for that answer. And our next question right now is for Miss Joy Mendoza. Our question is, so someone, for example, would like to avail of Power Consult. How do I request for it?
Okay. If you'd like to avail of our Power Consult, please feel free to reach us out at biz@meralco.com.ph or through our hotline at 16210. Please make sure to provide your customer account number and your contact information, and our team will readily reach out to you and assist you until we fulfill your requirements.
All right, thank you, Miss Joy, for that answer. And up next, we have a question for Miss Cecil Marvilla. Our question is, which solutions do you recommend for factories with a lot of electric heaters?
Thanks for the question, Andre. For factories with a lot of electric heaters, first we determine what the application is. What do you need the heating for? Next is we right size the capacity versus the output and the needed application. And then we optimize. So you need to do all three to actually optimize your heating system.
There you go. Thank you, Miss Cecil, for that answer. And now we still have more questions for our panelists. Up next, again, Director Patrick, this was for you. What is the assurance of owners that the energy conservation report will be kept confidential?
Well, I think for our viewers and those joining in, there is the Data Privacy Act. Like all entities, whether public or private, we are strictly adhering to the requirements of treating information received with utmost confidentiality with respect to the Data Privacy Act for one. But there might be a question, so what would be done with the actual information? Consistent with what is provided under the EEC Act, summary on a per classification of the designated establishment will be made available upon consolidation of this particular information. In fact, for the last year's reportorial period, we will be publishing, hopefully within the month, if not by January, the top line figures on where energy consumption is, what sort of energy efficiency projects were undertaken. Of course, under broad strokes, we will not be releasing information, of course, on a per company basis, for example. We are strongly adhering to the Data Privacy Act requirements. Thank you for the question.
All right, thank you, Director Patrick, for that answer. Up next, okay, we have another question from our audience. This is for Miss Joy. So you mentioned earlier that you offer net metering. So we have a PV system, and Meralco does not allow us to export excess power back to the grid. Can you please clarify why we are not allowed?
Thank you, Andre. There are two programs under the Renewable Energy Act, which Meralco is actually implementing. First is the net metering. This is for the 100 kilowatt and below capacity for their installation for the solar panels. Now, for the net metering program, this allows our customers to export to the grid any excess energy generated by their panels. 100 kilowatt is the ceiling set under the Renewable Energy Act. Then there's the second program, which we call the Zero Export. So under this program, there is no more export since this will just be for the own use of our customers. Currently, under ERC regulation, there is no specific rules yet that compensate energy exported from the installation above 100 kilowatts. Now, for any requirements for between these two programs, please feel free to reach out with Meralco Biz Partners Group so that we will be able to assist you as to which of these two programs will be applicable for your requirement.
All right, there you go. I hope that answered your question. Thank you, Miss Joy, again for answering. We also have a question for Miss Cecil. This is from one of our audience members, and they're asking, we are interested to learn more about the services you guys offer. So how can we reach you?
You can go to our website, mserve.com.ph, or approach any of Miss Joy's colleagues at our Biz Partners Group. Any of their RMs will actually refer your inquiry to mserve.
Oh, there you go. That's super easy for you guys. I hope that answered the question. And now we still have more questions coming from this is for Director Patrick Aquino. Can the energy officer be assigned to the different sites or companies? Or should there be one assigned per company or location?
Yeah, thank you for the question. The current guidance is that you may assign an energy conservation officer or your CECO in multiple type 1 designated establishments if the thresholds so require. That's the current guidance, but I do have to make this disclaimer that in as much as the Efficiency Act and how it's being implemented is dynamic, there might be some changes down the line, but for the foreseeable future, meaning in the next 1 or 2 years, you are allowed to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Patrick. For Ms. Joy, is it really necessary to apply for net metering even if our solar installation is for our own consumption?
Definitely, it is necessary for you to apply for a net metering, especially if your solar installation has a capacity of 100 kilowatts and below, primarily because of two things. First, safety. We have to ensure a safe interconnection for your service and to Meralco, because there will still be times where the customers have to source or draw power from the grid or from Meralco, especially if the installed capacity of your solar panel is not enough to support the entire consumption of our customers. Then second reason would be savings. The existing meters installed in our services only captures the import, no? Or this is actually the actual consumption that is being drawn from the grid or from Meralco. But when you have your solar installations, and by registering to the net metering program, we replace your existing meter, which will now allow us to capture both the import and the export of energy. The exported energy is now being translated into savings. All right. So if the export will not be captured, savings will not be realized. So that's our takeaway for the net metering program for safety and for savings.
All right, thank you, Miss Joy, for answering our question. And now we still have more questions. For this time, it's again for Director Patrick. How do we certify our candidate energy managers in our company?
Thank you for the question. Actually, the interim guidelines for that is we're requiring just a registration that's provided under the current issuance, BC 2021-001. But I also take this opportunity now to invite everyone to join us for the public consultation on the 21st of December this month, wherein the actual certification procedures will be discussed to the public. We hope to have that in effect by the first quarter of next year, in time for the reportorial period. So short answer right now, all you do is register the certification programs and that third-party institution training for that, for recognition, whatever your current status are, will be recognized as of the moment based on the circular or the draft issuance that we have. There's a 3-year window for this. So if you are a graduate of, for example, of the ASEAN Center for Energy, ASEAN Energy Managers, or AMAS, if you underwent a course with PIMP or even with Meralco Power Academy, under the draft regulations or circular that is for public consultation, there is a window within 3 years. You just need to register, and then you need to undergo that certification process at the expiration of that 3-year window. We're calling in for comments actually for that. Please do join us. The links are available at the DOE website. So that's going to be on the 21st of December this month. Thank you for the question.
All right, thank you, Director Patrick Aquino, for the answer. I hope that clarified your or that answered your question. Up next, for Ms. Cecil Morvilla, here's a pretty simple question. More or less, how much should be our kilowatt-hour consumption in a year to consider these energy management services?
Well, don't let the law limit you. Anyone can start an energy efficiency plan, but for the law, you start being a designated establishment when you have reached 100,000 kilowatt hours per year. So depends on the ruling of the EUMB, they might decrease the threshold for submission of reports. Currently, it's at 500,000, but soon maybe it can go down to 100,000 as well. So to answer your question, you start being a DE when you hit 100,000 kilowatt hours.
All right, thank you, Ms. Cecil. But don't go yet. The next question is still for you. The next question is BMS designed and remotely controlled by MServe, or is it locally controlled?
You can deploy a BMS within your building. We don't need to have control if you don't want us to. But if you want to install BMSs in all of your branches and allow them to talk to each other and for you to monitor it, that's also possible. So you can set whatever connection parameters you want to employ for your own facility.
All right, thank you, Ms. Cecil, for answering both of those questions. And we have another question. This one's for Ms. Joy. Do you provide power factor measurement and correction? Who do we contact for this?
Okay, so Cecil raised her hand. So yes, we can definitely help you when it comes to improving your power factor performance. We will be able to assist you on this, especially in identifying as to what level your power factor is now, whether this is yielding savings for your businesses or is being penalized because of a poor performance. Now, if your power factor has a very poor performance that gives you some penalties, we can definitely introduce you to Cecil Marvilla's team at MServe to be able to come up with some measures that can be taken and implemented to definitely improve your power factor performance for a better savings, for your monthly bills.
All right, thank you, Miss Joy. Miss Cecil, do you have anything to add to that since we saw you raise your hand?
Yeah, we can do the measurement for you, and we can do financing or shared savings modalities for so that you don't need to spend for capex upfront.
All right, thank you, Miss Cecil. And this was for you as well, Miss Cecil. Is MServe considered an ESCO2?
Yes, we are one of the oldest ESCOs of the DOE, certified by the DOE.
All right, so that's a very simple answer. Thank you, Miss Cecil, for that one. And here we go. Another question for Miss Cecil. Do you offer training for ECO or ECO?
The guidelines will be released, as Director Patrick said, towards the latter part of this year, I think, tama, Director Patrick, or early next year. But our sister company, Meralco Power Academy, will be, I think, offering modules for ECM, ECO, and ECM.
All right, thank you for that, Ms. Cecil, for answering all of our questions. And thank you to all of our panelists for answering our questions from our audience this afternoon. I'm sure everybody learned a lot from everything that you guys had to say this afternoon. But of course, before we let you go and enjoy the rest of your day, maybe you have some okay, may pahabol tayo. One last question coming our way. This one's for Director Patrick Aquino. If professional organizations of practicing energy managers, energy engineers, and consultants apply for registration as ESCOs, will you allow them? And what will be your criteria?
Actually, there's 5 or 6 issuances that were coming up. So I strongly advise to those who are interested in this to check out the issuances. We have come out with the draft clarifications on the certification procedure for the Energy Conservation Officer certification process. That's one. The certification process for energy auditors, the certification process for energy managers, the recognition procedures for testing laboratories under the Philippine Energy Labeling Program. And there's also one for energy service companies, energy service companies and energy auditors conducted by firms, partnerships, and corporations. So there's a lot of issuances that the DOE is pushing for. We're doing again the public consultations for this. Feel free to check it out. It's in our website. I'll also send the link in our chat box so that the team can also blast it with those those who may be interested to provide inputs. But the answer is yes. That's part of one of those 5 or 6 issuances that we're doing consultations on the 21st. I hope that clarifies things. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Director Patrick Aquino. And as I said earlier, that was our last question for this afternoon. So before we let our speakers go, maybe hear from them one last time. I'm sure they have some closing words for our audiences out there. Let's start off with Miss Joy Mendoza. Do you have anything to say before we end the program?
First, Andre, thank you so much for hosting this event, for staging this with us. Now, to all our customers, as the economy recovers and business operations ramp up, we wish to be there with you as your Meralco Biz Partners. We know for a fact that the SMEs were actually badly hit by the pandemic. So we just want to let you know that we will be there for you for a brighter future. Please do not hesitate to reach out to us through our Meralco ad at biz@meralco.com.ph and our hotline at 16210 for any concern, and we will be there for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Joy Mendoza, for those words. And now, of course, we want to hear from Director Patrick Aquino, as he surely has something to say to everyone before we close our program.
Well, yeah, please, we're calling on everyone again for the attendees. Thank you for your interest. The fact that you're attending here shows that you're in the pulse in making sure that not only your companies or designated establishments are compliant with the requirements of the EEC Act, more importantly, you're showing that you're championing sustainability and care for the environment. Energy efficiency, after all, as the DOE has been saying, particularly during this month of December, which is the National Energy Consciousness Month, or NECM, should be a way of life for every Filipino. So we look forward to greater cooperation, participation, and collaboration with you. And before I end, I'd also like to thank our partners from Meralco and SERV and Meralco Power Academy for bringing events like this, as always, which are very timely in informing and providing capacity building of sorts to our stakeholders in the implementation of the EEC Act. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Director Patrick Aquino, for those words. I'm sure a lot of people learned something from your presentation and answering your questions, the questions that you answered this afternoon. And now, last but not the least, may we hear from Ms. Cecil Marvilli, as a lot of people are interested in MServe.
Okay, thank you everyone for attending. This is your first step actually in your sustainability journey, and we'd like to be your enabler in that journey. So no energy efficiency project is too small. You can start small and build your way up to a very optimized plant in the future. So just talk to us, visit our website, and find out how you can start reducing your energy consumption today. Thank you.
There you go. Thank you once again, Ms. Cecil Marvilla. And I'd like to thank all of our speakers, once again, Ms. Joy Mendoza, Director Patrick Aquino, and Ms. Cecil Marvilla, for giving their knowledge, sharing their knowledge this afternoon. I must say that was a very enlightening discussion on the law and the services related to energy efficiency and conservation. So thank you very much again to our three panelists. And of course, special thanks to those of you who sent in your questions and comments on their presentations. So for those people whose questions were not addressed, we will be reaching out to you after the program. Alternatively, you may also reach us through our concerns form via the link posted in our chat box, or you may scan the QR code you now see on screen. So there's a QR code, please scan it. In case you have other power-related inquiries, you may reach out to our Biz Partner Manager or through the channels flashed on screen. There you go, guys. Well, I'm sure you guys are wondering also who among you will take home the special prizes reserved for our winning trivia reply senders. Shouldn't forget about you. So let's not wait any further. Congratulations to our winners. First, we have Eileen Arcega. Congratulations, Eileen Arcega. And our second winner is Lindsay Ang. Congratulations to Lindsay Ang. So congratulations to both of our winners, Eileen Arcega and Lindsay Ag, for winning our prizes this afternoon. Please await the message and personal call of our Meralco representatives who will advise you on how to claim your prize. And as a way, of course, of getting feedback from your experience with Meralco Power Up Live, we would appreciate it if you can answer our short survey in just a few steps. So please, again, scan the QR code that you guys now see on screen. You can also choose to just click on the link that was sent to your chat box. It's that simple. And please answer the short survey that we have prepared for you guys so that we can make all of these our Meralco Power Up Lives better for you guys in the future. So I believe we have had quite a productive afternoon, wouldn't you agree, with our informative presentations and engaging discussions. So I really hope you guys learned a lot from our guests. Thank you very much for spending your precious Thursday afternoon with us. Meralco Biz Partners will continue to offer a timely and relevant services and solutions that can power a brighter tomorrow for your business. So please watch out for for our Power Up Live webinars in 2022. This has been your host. My name is Andre Ko. Merry Christmas, everyone, and please stay safe.